ورسوله الكريم أما بعد سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Brothers and sisters, we continue our book Riyad-us Saliheen by Imam Nawawi rahmatullah alayhi. This is the 51st chapter of the book, and the chapter is to keep hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all aspects of our life as believers, as mu'mineen, believing men and women both, to always have hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the hadith for tonight is one Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول ما من رجل مسلم يموت فيقوم على جنازته 40 رجلا لا يشركون بالله شيئا إلا شفعه الله فيه أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام رواه مسلم. The hadith is reported by Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma. And when we say anhuma, means that both the son and the father were the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abdullah radiyallahu anhu, and of course his father Abbas radiyallahu anhu as well. So Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma reports and mentions that I heard the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, and this is the hadith from Sahih Muslim, that the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that any Muslim who dies, passes away, and 40 individuals who do not associate or make shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perform the janazah salah of this individual, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes them intercede for him, meaning this will become a means of this person's shafa'at on the day of Qiyamah. Again, فَيَقُومُ عَلَى جَنَازَتِهِ, that there stand upon him أَرْبَعُونَ رَجُلًا, 40 men, 40 individuals, لَا يُشْرِكُونَ بِاللَّهِ شَيْءٍ. And the condition is that they are true believers, that they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they don't make shirk with him, إِلَّا شَفَعَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِيهِ, except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause this to become a means of intercession for this individual on the day of Qiyamah. Few important things to take back from this very hadith. The first and the foremost point to remember, brothers and sisters, is to always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for husnul khatimah, good ending. That's the key. If we don't take back anything, this one point is very, very important. That, oh Allah, allow us to leave this world when you are pleased with us. That's the key. As there's a hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ that a person strives and strives and strives, and there's only a handspan of length between this person and Jannah, that he or she commits an action of the people of Jahannam and they're thrown inside the hellfire. So a person cannot just say that, I got this, I already made it. No. Till the last breath, we're not sure. Till the last breath, we need to continuously strive and try. And one of the biggest dua that we should always make in our lives is that, oh Allah, give us husnul khatimah. More than ever, brothers and sisters, the time that we are living at this moment, this is one of the biggest dua that we should all be asking. That, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because there's a hadith where the Nabi of Allah said, a time will come near the day of Qiyamah where fitan and trials will rise, when a person will leave their house in the morning as a mu'min, as a believer, will return back as not a believer. That's hadith of the Nabi of Allah, that the times will become so intense that the people of intelligence and intellect will lose their intellect because of the fitan and the trials that will be around them. So always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for husnul khatimah. And one of the key points to protect ourselves and inshallah have husnul khatimah, there's a hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ, and may Allah protect us from this particular action, which says that a person who frequently sins in loneliness, when a person is all alone and then there's no one around them, the sins of khalwat, loneliness, can lead a person towards the losing of iman at the time of death. May Allah protect us from that. Right? It's something important for all of us to remember, that is that the sins of loneliness can lead a person towards the losing of iman at the time of their death. So number one thing from this particular hadith is always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, take us from this world when you are radi with us. Take us from the world that you are pleased with us, number one. Number two, this particular hadith mentions to us the importance of good company, good individuals, good people around us. That we are hopeful that inshallah, if we live a life of piety and we know pious people, that even when we leave, someone who is righteous, someone who is pious, that is present can become a means of our shafaat. As Rasulullah said, not my words, hadith of Rasulullah from Sahih Muslim. يَمُوتُ فِيهِ عَلَى جَنَازَةِ 40 يَوْمًا رَجُلًا. That upon this person stands 40 people who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِلَّا شَفَعَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِيهِ, that Allah can make that as the means of shafaat. Number two, to remember, good company, good sahaba, good people, that inshallah, once we leave, these people will remember us. And maybe they will attend our janazas, or they will be praying for us. The third thing to also remember is that when it comes to, and I'll conclude with this, I don't want to prolong this, that there is haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and there haqq of people as well. Huququllah and huququl ibad. So a person cannot say that 40 righteous people will attend my janazah and I can do whatever I want. No. It is only if that person is deserving and they haven't taken the haqq of others. Because there are two courts on the day of Qiyamah. Huququllah and huququl ibad. Huququllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may forgive from His own qudrat, by His own might and by His own mercy, Allah can forgive. But huququl ibad cannot be forgiven, the people, till we do not fulfill those haqq. Either by asking forgiveness before we leave this world, or fulfilling those rights, or taking the burden on the day of Qiyamah of their sins upon our shoulder. And Rasulullah says, do you know who is the biggest muflis of my ummah? The poorest person of my ummah. Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, a person who has no dinar and no dirham. Rasulullah said, no. It's a person who had good deeds as big as the mountains, but on the day of Qiyamah, they will become sand. They will be nothing. Meaning it will be all given away to others because they didn't fulfill the haqq of others. So also important that we ask Allah for husnul khatimah, good suhbah, and fulfill the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the haqq of others. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us a time that Allah is pleased with us and we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from amongst those who are righteous on the day of Qiyamah as well, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah.